Scientists are so advanced that they can count the stars. They have got satellites to do the job. They can predict the weather. They know everything. They know all the elements, the structures of the atoms. They have explored to the bottom of the ocean. They know the inside of the earth, everything. Yet, they do not know their own self, and because of that, even in the century when we have everything to please ourselves, we still aren't happy. We are not at peace, and the simple reason is that we know the world, yet we do not know ourselves. We lack peace simply because we do not know ourselves. Only when we know the spirit, the power that sustains our life, only when we curb the turbulence of the mind, shall we find real and lasting peace. Once there were three friends who crossed a river. When they reached at the other side, they started counting themselves. One of them counted one, two, and then said, "Oh, one is missing. One has drowned." The other friend said, "Let me count." He started to count one, two, and he also said, "Yes, we were three and now one is missing." They started to cry. A saint was walking along and he asked, "You're crying? What is the reason?" They said, "We were three in number and now we are only two." So they started counting again, one, two, and the person who was counting was missing himself. He was not counting himself, and they again started crying. Then the saint said, "Don't cry, I'll count you." So he made them stand in line and counted one, two, three. They said, "This is amazing. You have found the lost one." The saint said, "No, no. The problem with you was that you were counting other two, but you were not counting yourself. Our problem is we are counting the world. We know the world, we know the universe, the stars, and everything, but we do not know ourselves. This is the problem with us. And once we know ourselves, we will know who we are. We will know our real essence, and the problem will go away. And then we shall have everlasting peace. When a dog walks in front of a mirror and sees its own reflection, it thinks that another dog has invaded its territory. So it starts barking. It doesn't realize that the dog in the mirror is a reflection, that it itself is a real dog, and that the reflection is unreal because it doesn't know itself. It supposes that the reflection is the real thing. The same applies to us. We believe that the world is real and that we are experiencing it, that we are savoring it, and we can catch hold of it. But if all that we are feeling and experiencing is real, then shouldn't the one who experiences this also be real? Doesn't one who asks questions or who casts this reflection in the mirror exist? Once a villager went to Delhi to a lawyer because of a court case and showed him all the documents related to the case. The lawyer first asked for payment, then asked his office boy to bring his reading glasses to look at the papers. After reading, he said, "You will win this case. It will be decided in your favor." The villager asked, "What are those glasses you're wearing?" The lawyer replied, "They are my reading glasses. Without them, I couldn't have read your documents." The villager asked, "Where can I buy such glasses?" He replied that he has bought them from the Connaught Place in Delhi. The poor fellow went to a shop and asked, "Do you have reading glasses?" The optometrist said, "Yes, take a seat." He tested his eyes by placing an eye chart with English letters in front of him and asked, "Can you read these letters?" He said, "No, I can't." Then the optometrist changed the lens and again asked, "Can you read now?" He replied, "No, I can't." The optometrist tried different lenses, yet the villager replied in the negative. Finally, the optometrist asked, "Can you read English letters?" The villager said, "If I could read, then why I would buy reading glasses." He thought that with the reading glasses he would be able to read. In the same way, we think that the physical body is everything, but if it wasn't powered by the soul, it couldn't do anything. Once the soul leaves, the body becomes a corpse and is cremated. The body dies, but the soul is immortal and indestructible. It is a scientific law that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. This supreme energy is within us in the form of soul. It can give us infinite joy. But unfortunately, because we haven't realized it, we back from Maya. This is man's sad story. Why have we been born as human beings? Is it just to eat, drink, and reproduce? If so, then I think animals are more successful at this than we are. There is a verse which says, Pythons don't wait on anyone, and birds don't have to work. The Lord gives to all. Animals do what they have to do, but the uniqueness of a human being is his capacity of self realization. Animals can also do things that human being can. Each animal has its own unique characteristics. We can do what animals do. But there is one vital difference, which is that we can be spiritual, whereas animals cannot. They can eat and drink, but they cannot realize the self. They can not have spiritual knowledge. Philosopher called man the crown of creation because he can realize his true self. So let us not miss this opportunity to realize the self and make our life a blessed one. If we don't realize the power of spirituality in our own life, we won't have real peace and happiness.